Hang on, baby.
Rachel, now you listen to me. Just hand Matthew over to me, or I'm going to send the both of you over the cliff. I'm not kidding!
How does he expect me to talk to him when our son is out there somewhere scared to death knowing he's in big trouble? I wish RJ would come home.
I think he will.
Really? You don't think he'll run away?
No.
It won't be easy for him to face his father. Bob asks a lot of RJ, always has, and the boy has tried so hard to please him. That is until now. He'll be twice as hard on RJ as he would be on a stranger, and the boy knows it.
Well, he must know that his father loves him too, Henrietta.
I guess Bob had no idea what his affair with Quinn would do to his family. No idea whatsoever.
Maybe this whole awful experience will give Bob second thoughts.
If it's not too late.
This portion is brought to you by Pert, the shampoo for clean, manageable hair that bounces and behaves. That's Pert shampoo for bouncing and behaving hair.
He's fine, Larry. He's just a little tired and hungry.
Now, hang on, honey. Let me tell Bob. Bob, your son's at your house. He's all right.
You tell Clarice to give RJ a message for me. Tell him to get something to eat, to change his clothes, and get right down here.
Tonight?
Tonight.
Come on, Bob. The kid's beat. Let's let him come in tomorrow.
Just give Clarice the message, Larry.
I heard him. Larry, I'll pass that on to Henrietta. Do you think that Bob might want a word with RJ? He's right here.
Hey, Bob, you want to talk to RJ? He'll see him when he gets here. Listen, honey, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. I love you.
Me too.
Bye.
Bye. Well, RJ, your dad sends his love, and he's really glad you're home. And he understands.
What else did he say?
Well, not a whole lot. Just that he'd like you to go down to the station house tonight.
Tonight? He can't wait till the morning?
Maybe you should call him back, Henrietta.
Doesn't he know the boy's exhausted?
Don't call him, Mom. I'll do whatever he says.
Honey, don't you want to lie down for a few minutes?
And keep him waiting? I'll just go and change.
See what I mean? The man won't budge an inch.
Just hand Matthew over to me, or I'm going to send the both of you over the cliff. I'm not kidding! Stay back. I'm warning you. Okay, Rachel. Just hand the kid after me. brave little soldier. Come on. Where's Jim? Stop. You have to try to call him.
My arm is hurt.
You're gonna have to try to call him, honey. Come on, you can make it.
Ow.
Just easy, does it easy? Easy.
Grandma, you're not dressed yet.
Oh, you gotta help me pick one. I don't know what to wear.
Well, I like this one.
Well, isn't that too glittery?
Glittery is sexy. But wear the one you like best. Why are you such a wreck?
Well, I've never had dinner with a star before. I've never even met one.
Milo is not a star.
Well, you know what I mean. He's a celebrity.
He's only a producer.
Oh, aren't you blasé? Only a producer. Just think of all the well-known people he knows. Think of all the famous people that he's on a first-name basis
Yeah, well,
with.
I have talked to some of those people, and believe me, they are just like the rest of us.
Burt Lancaster is not just like the rest of us.
Well, I never spoke to him, but I almost talked to Timothy Hutton. Oh, what a hunk.
I never heard of him.
Imagine starring opposite Timothy Hutton.
Julia, are you sure?
I'm positive. You know what, Grandma? I'm so glad I decided to stay in Bay City. And I'm even glad I'm going to night school. Actresses have to be well-rounded.
Oh, don't tell me.
Well, Jason thinks I'm a natural. Milo might want me in his film.
Oh, actresses. The life of an actress is so difficult. It's so insecure. It's so unpredictable.
Well, that's all right. It's also fun and glamorous, and you can earn lots of money.
Oh! Look what I did. I smeared my nails. I'll have to do the whole thing all over again.
Grandma, shh, you're going to hyperventilate. Now, breathe in, breathe in. Good, right.
Good. Oh, thanks, honey.
Well, why don't you go soak in a hot tub, all right? We still have plenty of time. Grant, what are you doing?
Nothing. Not a thing, darling. Julia, dear, what should I talk about with Milo in case I get tongue-tied?
You won't. But if nothing comes to mind, you just listen and ask questions.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll do that. What would I do without you? What would I do without you?
Bob, you haven't even heard his side of the story.
What's to hear? The kid broke the law. If you break the law, you have to pay the consequences. The fact that it's my son doesn't give him any special privileges.
We're not asking you to give him special privileges. A little human kindness is what I'm talking about.
So he broke the law. That doesn't mean he's a hardened criminal, and you're treating him like one. He's your son.
And I'm a cop.
You are a private citizen on this. Hancock removed you in case you forgot.
With all the reminders, how could I forget?
What are we arguing about?
Well, you people started it. Damn near attacked me for trying to do my job.
Wrong.
Now listen, you got to admit that we're all too close to this thing to be objective. Agreed?
Bob, I didn't attack you. I just wanted you to go easy on him like you would any first-time offender.
Bob, you have to see that your guilt feelings are playing a big part in this.
I recognize that, Ada. I know that RJ is hurt and he's angry. But my personal feelings are not the issue.
They told me to come right in.
Have a seat, RJ. You know Larry and Ada?
How you doing, RJ?
Hi, RJ.
I'm ready to make a statement. You want me to begin?
After Detective Ewing reads you your rights.
Oh, Grandma, you look sensational. Turn around. Oh, fantastic.
You think so? You don't think I should have worn that blueprint?
No, I love that dress. You look so skinny and chic. Oh,
What about the shoes? You think they're right?
oh, they're fine, they're fine. Oh, you sure don't look old enough to be my grandmother. No way.
You're just being too kind.
No, I'm not.
Well, I owe it all to you. Your cottage cheese, your bean sprouts, your... Oh. Well, it's just done wonders for me, your being here.
Oh, no, being here with you has done wonders for me. My whole life has changed.
I'm glad you're taken with Bay City, dear. There's only one thing that really concerns me, and that's about...
Yeah, Jason Dunlap.
That's right.
Grandma, you have no reason to be concerned. He has been wonderful to me.
After what he did to Russ, after what he did to Tracy...
That has nothing to do with me. All right, Grandma, he's not proud of everything in his past, but he is trying to change all that. He's trying to lead a different life.
But the question is, can he?
I think so. I really do. I mean, Grandma, he has such a drive. He knows what he wants, and he's going after it. Don't you think that's admirable? And he has such an appetite for life. And he is very smart.
You know, he's a grown man and mature. He should know what he wants. The thing, Julia, that I feel is that I'd like to see you try and make friends with people your own age.
Look, Grandma, don't start leaning on me, all right? Because I have never been comfortable with kids my own age, ever. And I'm not about to begin now. Now, if you're gonna treat me like a 10-year-old...
I wouldn't dream of it, Julia.
Can't you just accept me for who I am?
I do, Julia. I accept you. I not only accept you, I love you dearly for just who you are. You know, I have changed my entire life for you. Now, won't you, can't you make one tiny compromise for me now and then?
Grandma, you really are too much.
Gwen! Oh, you're the first one here. Alone?
Well, Bob can't make it.
It's funny how time-consuming a little case of arson can be, especially when it's in the family.
You heard.
Heard? All I had to do was take a whiff of the air. The wind was blowing this way. I tell you, I do not admire the smell of scorched tennis sneakers. Do you plan to stay in that coat all evening?
Oh. Thanks, Ed.
No, I didn't figure that Detective Bob Morgan would be too eager to show his face around here tonight. Well, well, well. Don't we look like the fine lady this evening?
It was a choice between doing this and cornrows.
Cornrows. Right. That is just the image I had of you, Gwen. Anyway, doesn't matter what you look like.
It matters. It matters a lot. It took time and years to learn how to dress right. You send out signals by the way you dress. You don't believe me? I'll be glad to show you the books.
They have books on how to dress?
It's something you should know.
Yeah. All right, tell me now, when I'm putting on my pants, should I put the right leg in first or the other one?
Joke about it if you want.
Lord, what some people won't spend money on? Books on how to dress.
And how to talk and behave.
I wonder how the characters who wrote your books would approve of the way the brothers and sisters dress down at my place. Well, no, maybe you can come over someday and give them a little chat on how they should be dressing.
Does me proud to see you doing so well.
Thank you. I'm doing okay. I mean, as much as can be expected out of a man who had to do it all by himself.
You, want to tell me what's going on?
Going on?
Tonight. Why have you invited me here after all these years?
Quinn, I told you, after Luella walked out on me, I took it all in. And it made me realize that I didn't have enough family that I could afford to waste any.
You should have been a preacher.
What do you mean?
The way you talk. You almost got me believing.
Oh, come on now. You don't think that family is important to me?
Well, the family's stomach seems to be. That's quite an impressive spread you laid out there.
Well, I just want my people to know where I'm at in the world. And you too. Quinn, you should know that you have a brother that has to be reckoned with.
Do you mind if I see her alone?
It's all right.
See how the pilot's doing back here. You sure you're all right?
It's my arm.
I'm sorry this isn't what I had planned.
I know. You love him very much.
It's not everything, is it?
No, it isn't.
I don't know. It just got out of control. I was stupid to think that I could trust a kid. I was stupid to think that I could justify snatching Matthew away from you, whatever the reason. He's yours, too. You risk your life for him, he belongs with you.
Well, you're his father. I want him to grow up loving you. So whenever you want to visit him, we'll be there waiting.
Excuse me, would you come with me? You're going to have to answer some questions.
Take care of yourself.
You ready to go, Miss Davis?
That's all right. All right, sir. I'll take her.
It's your business, but she could have internal injuries.
She definitely does not have internal injuries.
Okay.
You are the most stubborn person I've ever met in my life. You know?
Yeah, well, next to you.
Stay tuned for the next part of Another World. And now, the next part of Another World.
Mrs. Duffy.
Now, these obscene phone calls you've been getting. What does the guy say?
I can't repeat it. It's too disgusting. Look, you got to do something. What if my teenage daughter answers one of his calls?
You said he was about my height, but huskier. Is that right?
Yes, officer. Maybe an inch or two taller.
Straight.
And he nearly scared me to death. Crouching there in the vestibule. Could give a person a heart attack.
I understand now. How much money was in your wallet?
Oh.
Do you have any idea how much the amount?
Yes, I
Hello, Ada Hobson, detectives. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You have to speak louder. Oh, Steve? Hi. Listen, I'm sorry about the noise. It's like a zoo in here. What's... Oh, Steve, what a relief. Oh, yeah, what about Matthew? Oh, that's wonderful. They're both okay. Okay. Great. Now, listen, you give them both a hug and a kiss for me, okay? And tell Rachel I can't wait to see her. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for calling. Yeah, right. Goodbye. Oh.
Yeah, look, Ada's over here. I want you to talk to her, all right?
Well, hi, RJ. Sit down. You want a soda or something?
Oh, thanks. Bob, can I talk to you for a minute?
No, I feel better.
Sure. I'll be right back.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Excuse me.
I can't.
You want a peppermint?
We finished with the captain. He doesn't see why we have to get too formal with RJ.
In other words?
He suggested an appearance at juvenile court, and you have to be responsible for all the damages.
And that's it?
Maybe a little supervision.
Look, I said I didn't want any special privileges.
Now, for crying out loud, Morgan, you're not getting any special privileges. And the captain works by the book for everybody. RJ's never been in trouble before. What do you want? I mean, look at him. He's a good kid. Why don't you get him out of here? I'll take over for you. Come on, the kid's falling off his feet.
Yeah, okay, I'll take him.
Listen, Steve just called. Rachel and my grandson are both okay.
That's wonderful, Ada.
Yeah, well, I think I'll go home and finally get some sleep. You do the same thing, you hear me? Okay? Excuse me.
Good night, Ada.
It's a vacation schedule.
Good night. Good night, Larry.
Sure. See you later.
Come on, I'll give you a ride home.
I'll take the bus. You don't have to do me any favors. One of the things I picked up from you. Don't take favors from anybody unless they're family.
This is my left hand. I'm never going to be able to do anything. How long do I have to wear this?
3 or 4 weeks.
That long?
Oh, yeah. You can get somebody to help you with Matthew.
Yeah, but who's going to help me with my commissions?
Honey, you can't finish your commissions and meet the deadline. With a broken arm, be reasonable.
I don't know how to be reasonable. Doctor, has anybody checked on my son yet?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you knew. Matthew was examined by a pediatrician. He's in excellent condition. Maybe you would consider leaving him here for a couple of days. He's great for morale.
Oh, no, not in your life. He's not going to leave my sight until I get over all of this.
Doctor, could I use the phone for a second? I have a credit card.
Oh, sure. Just dial operator. The girl will help you. She'll put the call. Why don't I bring Matthew in?
Oh, great. I love it. Thanks.
Alice seems to be out. Well, at least we got through to Ada.
I hope Alice isn't angry with me.
Why would she be? She was the one that convinced me to fly out here.
Why do you look so unhappy then?
Well, all right. If things had gone according to plan, I'd be a happily married man right now.
Oh, Steve.
We were going to Ogden this afternoon to get married.
Well, why didn't you go ahead with your plans? I mean, now I've ruined everything. I feel terrible.
You've ruined my life, at least, but where would you and Matthew be if I hadn't been there to bail you out?
At the bottom of Mount Soledad, probably. Still, I feel terrible.
Well, Ogden's not going anywhere as far as I know.
Wait a minute. I thought everybody went off and eloped in the white heat of passion.
Yeah, I thought so too, but Well, when you're a grown man with a family and a business, the white heat of passion gets lost in the rush.
You're lucky to have a second chance with Alice.
Yeah. I did my best to forget her. I just couldn't do it.
She's pretty lucky to have you, too.
You don't want to, or you haven't been asked?
I've decided to wait on Viney.
Hasn't been asked. Well, not surprised. Where would she find a husband in that office of hers? Oh, she found someone, haven't you? Just too bad he's married to somebody else.
Aunt Viney.
Oh, how much are you making now?
Enough to get by on.
Oh,
Excuse me. Oh.
Hello.
Hello. Won't you come in? Come in.
Hi.
Aunt Viney, Aunt Duran, I'd like to introduce you
No
to...
need to introduce us. You're R.J.'s father, huh? R.J.? The boy who set fire to King Hall. Isn't that right? Oh, it must be so painful to have a son like that on your hands.
Well, thank you for a lovely evening. I'm afraid I've got to get home. I have some work to do.
Quinn.
Well, when are we going to see you again?
Maybe we better wait until I'm worthy of your company.
Quinn, I'm sorry.
Now, you are going to clean your plate.
Okay.
Probably haven't had a decent meal since you got here.
Well, it depends on what you mean by decent.
Yeah, well, manger, eat.
This is going to be very difficult, you know, because this is my right hand for eating.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
How's your arm feeling?
It's throbbing.
Oh, excuse me. You're exhausted.
Uh-huh. Don't get mad at me if I don't eat, okay? I'm too tired to eat.
Here's something that'll help you get a good night's sleep. Ah.
Mmm.
To you, Rachel, the spunkiest woman I've ever met on any continent. And to the hairiest chase sequence since the French Connection.
I'm just glad it's over with.
Mm.
But you know, you're the one that deserves this toast. I really don't know how I'm ever going to thank you.
You just did.
First, the lovely and young Julia was going to blaze like a comet in the sky when she makes her acting debut in the movie A View of the Bay.
Here, here.
And now, to the charming and fascinating Liz Matthews, who glows with the same sensual vitality as her granddaughter.
Here, here again.
Well, thank you, Milo. Sure hope I don't let you down.
Oh, you couldn't if you tried. Milo's right. You're going to be one major motion picture star. And I'm going to represent you. After all, I'm the one who discovered you.
Oh, no, Jason, let's not get carried away too far. No. I discovered Julia at the moment that I first saw her. I knew that this was no ordinary girl. I know that she's going to make a wonderful picture.
Gentlemen, I think the marvelous fact is that my granddaughter has discovered herself.
Oh, beautifully expressed.
Oh, and I have discovered you, Grandma. And that is about the best discovery of all.
She's absolutely right, Liz. You are a wonderful woman. When can we get together again?
Well, after this extravagant evening. I think I should have you to dinner any evening that your busy schedule permits.
Oh, nothing sounds better. You just name the day.
It's pretty terrific, don't you think?
I think I'd like to leave. How about you? There's a new group down at the Gramercy.
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, Liz. May I borrow your granddaughter for just a little while?
Well, I won't be home late, I promise.
All right, dear.
And good night, my love. Liz, it's been a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Good night, Jason. Oh, may I pour some brandy?
Oh, none for me, thanks. But you just go right ahead and help yourself. You know, that was my very first disco, and I loved it. Oh, Milo, you lead such an exciting life.
Oh, not so exciting. Sometimes very tedious and boring.
Making films must be exciting.
You will find out yourself when we go into production.
Will I be allowed to go on the set?
Of course you'll be allowed to go on this, and as often as you'd care to be there. After all, Julia will need your moral support.
The only thing that puzzles me is, does Julia actually have the part?
Well, we will have to wait for the director. The director has the final decision, but I know that you will make a wonderful Virginia.
But she is nothing like Rachel Davis was.
But Julia is a wonderful type. She's animated, natural, and very sexy.
It's strange for me to think of Julia as being sexy, my own granddaughter.
Well, she has you to thank for those qualities.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Thank you for the compliment, Milo, but Julia's an adopted child. My daughter Susan adopted her when she was 10.
I see.
You see, Julia came from a broken home. The parents, well, my daughter Susan was a psychiatric social worker on the case. And when the adoption came along, well, Susan was right there to take advantage of it.
Well, perhaps that explains that sense of mystery about her.
Perhaps.
I see that mystery in you, Liz. It's a very appealing quality. Well, I must let you get your rest. It's been a long night.
A lovely night.
Many sights you haven't shown me in Bay City.
Too many to see in one night.
Then we can pick it up where we left off tomorrow. Oh, unless, of course, I've worn out my welcome.
Well, why don't you call me in the morning?
I will do that, lovely lady. Ciao.
Ciao, Milo. And gracias.
Oh.
Hi, honey. How'd it go?
Okay.
I'm glad they didn't hold you there any longer. How come your dad didn't come home with you?
Felt like taking a bus. Well, scratch that. Let's just say I didn't accept his offer to drive me home. Fact is, Mom, I don't want anything from that man no more. Going to sleep.
Wait, RJ. Honey, we can't give up on him. Can't keep on punishing him.
Why not?
Because one mistake after another is not going to make things better. Regardless of what you think, RJ, your father loves you very much.
Well, Mom, he sure has a funny way of showing it. If he would have had his way tonight, they would have locked me up for 20 years. I'm his own flesh and blood. Doesn't it count for anything? What's wrong with that man?
You hurt him very much, RJ.
I hurt you, too. Are you ready to throw me out?
Mothers are different.
I don't buy that. He parades that woman around town right under your nose. And that's okay, right?
I didn't say it was, but it's not your place to judge him.
Listen, Mom, you want to forgive and forget, that's your business. But don't tell me how to feel, because that's my business.
He is your father.
Oh, don't tell me I have to respect him because he's my father.
No more, RJ. No more. Go on to bed. We're gonna make things better. Somehow. You hungry, honey? The fridge is full of leftovers from that big party.
No, thanks. I'm real tired of leftovers.
What are you thinking about?
Mitch. Fathers and sons, that relationship.
You're gonna have to decide what you want to do about Mitch.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I want to do anything. Probably wouldn't feel that way if I hadn't lost Amanda. But I know that pain. I know what that feels like. That's punishment enough. You think you could do something about that?
Well, you can. According to the police, your possession of Matthew doesn't constitute a definite statement of legal intent. In other words, if you don't press charges, Mitch won't have to stand trial.
I don't want to press charges. He loves Matthew as much as I do.
And Mitch has nothing to worry about.
I wonder. I wonder if we'll be able to work everything out. Boy, would I like to go home right now.
Tomorrow, after a good night's sleep.
Sit up.
Bye.
Yeah.
Matthew wakes you up too early. You give me a call. I'll take him out for breakfast, okay?
You're really very good to me, you know that? Alice is a very lucky woman.
Makes you believe in happy endings, doesn't it?
Stay tuned for the conclusion of Another World.
I really want to thank you for showing up at Ed's tonight. I know it wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy for you either.
How's RJ?
Not so good. I don't know how to reach him, Quinn. I don't know what to say or how to say it. And I don't know where he is.
I'm to blame for that. You know, I single-handedly ruined a wonderful relationship. You know how that makes me feel?
Stop that, Quinn. You didn't single-handedly ruin anything. It's just gonna take some time, that's all. We're all doing the best we can.
That's what hurts. You try so hard, and it still doesn't work. Well, it's been quite a day. Can't say I'm sorry to see it come to an end.
Ed shouldn't have put you through that dinner tonight.
Maybe he's just trying to even the score. I was the one who walked away.
That was a long time ago. You've paid. Well, I guess it's time to say goodnight.
pretty lady.
Good night or goodbye.
So you're Lighthorn. Can't you sleep?
Oh, the couch got lumpy. Come on in.
Thanks.
You couldn't sleep either?
No. Too wired. Matthew's not having any trouble.
No, I don't think he's changed positions once. You don't think he'll remember any of this, do you?
Oh, no, I don't think so. He's so young.
And innocent. You know, he's lying there with his hand holding onto his blanket. It's exactly what Jamie used to do. Do you remember the past very much?
Oh, I have my moments. But I try not to dwell on the bad times.
Yeah, me too.
I feel so intertwined with your life.
Yes, it's hard not to when you share a child.
What a time that was.
Yeah. You and Alice and me. Who would have thought we'd all wind up being such good friends?
I wouldn't have had it any other way.
I wonder what would have happened if it had all turned out differently.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can't undo the past. Except in your fantasies.
Too bad.
You haven't done badly. You have 3 beautiful children. You have a wonderful profession. You're surrounded by people who love and admire you.
There are a couple of things that are missing.
You'll find them. You'll find everything you want.
I hope so. I'm awfully glad you're in my life.
I'm glad you're in mine.
This part of Another World was brought to you by Lemon Fresh Joy. Joy cleans clear down to the shine, so your everyday dishes don't look everyday. Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.